you like Peni Parker, congrats, she is one of the most versatile and special vanguards in the game, and if you want to control the game, here are some things you need to know. First, if you're not playing Peni like a raccoon who snorts G Fuel every morning, then you're doing it wrong. Spam is the name of the game with Peni, as she has unlimited ammo and her cyberware snare, that is the web that you throw and immobilize enemies, only has a 3-second cooldown, so there is absolutely no reason not to use it as much as humanly possible. Ideally, you would want to target the backline like healers and DPS with your web to limit their healing and impact and possibly to make them a target for burst damage. But it is also okay if you hit vanguards. A web can prevent Magneto from activating his bubble and escaping, securing a kill for your team. Or a Doctor Strange from deploying his shield and protecting against a burst. Your mines can also be spammed, so when for example you are in a 1v1 situation against someone, you can spam mines. Or when you're in a team fight and you see enemies clustered together, you can spam mines at the group as well. I have tested and you can have 15 mines out at a time. After that, when you place one, another already existing one pops out, so plenty of mines to help you spam them out. With the basic attack, the only downside is that you move slowly while firing, but if you don't need to get out of a position or retreat faster, there is absolutely no reason for you not to keep your finger on the trigger constantly and dish out some damage. It has 15 damage and 15 damage in a 1.5 meter radius, so it is ideal for spamming it at clusters of enemies when they are stacked together and at choke points. Moreover, your basic attack is independent from your abilities. What I mean by that is that the constant fire from your cannon is not interrupted when you are putting down mines or when you are firing your web. So you can fire your cannons, spam webs and throw mines all at the same time. And if you do all that and also find the info in the video helpful, help me out by subscribing to the channel and dropping a like on the video. Now moving on to the second thing that you need to know when playing Peni is territory control. If you play or you are familiar with Splatoon, then you will be right at home when playing Peni. Her nest paints an area and spams spider drones that follow enemies who enter your space. Moreover, while you stand inside, you gain healing over time and a movement boost. The area of control can also be extended with your snare, because if you don't hit an enemy, then it sticks to a surface, and while you stay inside, you also gain the healing and movement boost. So you can use that to expand the area of control and create small outposts for yourself. The nest can be used mainly in two ways, offensively and defensively. Defensively, you use it to create a kind of no entry zone because of the spider drones and use it to guard and prevent enemies from flanking and occupying areas. Of course, you should conceal it so it's not in direct line of sight, so it cannot be destroyed from afar. You can use the nest to guard an area while you focus on another entry point to the objective and get that healing and movement speed bonus. Offensively, you basically create a small retreat or a healing zone where you can pop in and pop out to deal damage and push. Drop the nest ideally somewhere where it is possible for you to get flanked from behind so the drones watch your back, pop out and trade some damage and then pop back into your web to heal a bit before repeating the entire cycle. This also helps your strategists because you create a safe retreat area if they are dive, where you indirectly help them with your spider drones to deal out with their aggressors. The nest is a tool for Peni to be more self-sufficient than other vanguards, which can help her push in different ways. Magneto or Strange, for example, they don't have any recovery abilities, so they need to stick close to their strategists to get some heals, but Peni can place her nest and be more or less self-sufficient. Combine this with her excellent movement abilities and wall crawls, and you can find different positions and off angles to put pressure on the enemy team from behind or from one side, distract them from your team so they can push. You have a large enough health pool to trade damage and harass strategists from off angles, coupled with the health regeneration from the nest, so you can do that without putting any strain on your healers. But that is extremely situational because, thing number 3, you're absolutely amazing against divers and you should help out your backline in dealing with them. The thing with the off angles and taking positions that are more remote, since you're self-sufficient and you can also reposition quickly, works as long as the enemy team is not dive heavy. Of course, you can deal with someone who dives you extremely well, but your strategist, not as much. So if the enemy team dives and dives often, you should stick with your strategists and protect them and abstain on putting pressure from off angles. If you put pressure but your strategists and duelists die instantly and you're left by yourself, you haven't achieved anything. Staying behind your team, deploying your nest to utilize the drones and deny entry points and flanking points coupled with your extremely small cooldown for your snare make you an anti-diving machine, and you should use this whenever you see the enemy team having a dive composition. Shut them down and shut them down fast. Of course, you won't stay back and protect your healers if the enemy team has Squirrel Girl and Hawkeye, but if you see Wolverine, Magic, Spidey, Venom, then stick back and protect your team. Not only Penny can shut down divers, she can shut down ultimates with her webs, just so you know how powerful that ability is. And remember, it has 3 seconds of cooldown. So she can shut down Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man and others. So one simple skill, 3 seconds cooldown, can make your enemies completely waste their ultimates. Lastly, thing number 4 is that you'll probably need another tank in your team. Penny is amazing at control and denial, shutting down dives and occupying space, but she's not necessarily a tank to push and dive. She does not have a shield like Magneto, she does not have an insta-heal like Venom, and she's not excellent at pushing and taking control forcibly of an area. She's much better at consolidating and denying. So Penny can work as a solo tank in some situations, but usually you're better off together with another Vanguard. She does not have any frontline damage prevention capabilities like shields or bubbles, and she cannot prevent damage from reaching her allies. All in all, Penny is a very special and versatile Vanguard who excels in denial and control of an area and in her defensive capabilities and shutting down divers. So if you found the info in this video helpful, help me out by subscribing to the channel and keep protecting your team from divers.